It's Nicole from Trusted Surgeons with Dr. Julius Few. Hello, Dr. Julius.
Hi, how are you?
Good, thank you. So I just want to ask you a couple of questions. One, when you were introduced earlier, it was mentioned that you did something for the Pentagon.
Yeah, so this was a long story, but it was written up in the New York Times around the time that the United States was trying to find Osama bin Laden. And so one of the questions that I was asked by a government official was some of the ways that his facial features could be altered to hide his identity. So I kind of helped give some expert advice on that.
That is a very cool claim to fame. And you're based in Chicago or New York? Which one?
Both.
So you literally go between the two?
I do. I spend 1 week in Manhattan on the Upper East Side, and then I spend the remaining 3 weeks typically in Chicago.
Oh, lovely, lovely. And you're talking about combination therapy of the cryolipolysis followed by the radio frequency. Has that been around for a long time? Because I haven't heard of that. And I'm a registered nurse, and I've done the school sculpting myself, but I've done it on patients. So have you been doing that for a long time?
So I had.
Are we behind?
No. Well, it's relatively new because we had the idea.
Yeah.
And then, like all ideas, as a nurse, we need to test our ideas.
Yes.
So that's what led to the study, and the study was subsequently published. But now it's our standard. For anyone who has any degree of skin laxity, or if they're the type of person who wants to get the most powerful result, we always recombine.
Oh, that's excellent.
And I'd say, to answer your question, I'm sorry, it's been the last year that we've been consistently doing it.
There's a lot to keep up to date on in this industry. And on your website it says that you're an architect of the continuum of beauty.
Yes.
Did you get that from somewhere, or is that something that you just came up with?
It seemed to be the right way to describe what this journey has been about. So it's really been centered in the idea that as technology continues to grow and evolve, we're adding more and more pieces. And so I guess in a way, I could say that I've been an architect there, because ultimately, and again, you're too young to know this history, but if I go back 15 years, the idea of doing some of the things that we're doing now were thought to be crazy. So, and even as recent as 2 or 3 years ago, the idea of doing a laser and a filler and a Botox at the same time was thought to be risky. Now, as you heard throughout this entire meeting, it's kind of standard. Nobody thinks anything of it now.
Yeah.
So I think it's been fun.
And it's this type of beautiful articulation, what will be in your book that's coming out in October?
Exactly. So it's the book that is, it's called The Art of Non-Surgical Technologies.
Yeah.
And it really, I was fortunate. I was able to pull some of the best minds who have been using multi-modality therapies. Over the last 3 or 4 years. I kind of was lucky to kind of plant the flag on the moon of non-surgical combination first, because we published this in a dermatologic journal. And ultimately now the concept is, I think, very common for everybody, but again, 5-6 years ago, it was thought to be too risky.
Yeah. And is this something that is only really for surgeons, dermatologists, or is he saying that nurses and new nurses and estheticians will be able to read?
Across the board, and that's why I wanted to really make a book that not only talks about before and afters, but throughout the book, we talk about how a practitioner should go about acquiring new technology, how to come up with a business plan, how to look at kind of the value of a technology, not just by what it says it can do, but for your practice, is it the right thing for you? And so I would argue that across specialties, the book is really designed for everyone.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And in the US, do you have a big distinction or issue in regard to accrediting cosmetic surgeons?
So that's young for us right now. There are cosmetic surgeons. I think that it's not quite as common as it is here in Europe, but it's growing. And I think as things continue to evolve, we'll see growth. So for me, I'm classically trained, but at the same time, I do understand the realities of science and innovation. So these are the realities.
Yes, yes. And your skincare. What made you decide to do Dr. Fu beauty range?
Because I couldn't find anything I liked for me personally.
You could do it better.
And so I was fortunate throughout the years for my personal research. I worked very closely with some of the leading dermatologists, and we had developed protocols around scar.
Yep.
And it made me I had to go to the lab and learn a lot about skincare. And so over the years working with different labs and compounding pharmacies, it basically led to me developing components of my own skincare. And my patients love it. They love it because it's kind of centered around natural.
Yep.
And so the ingredients are really free of any of the typical things that irritate the skin.
Which is everyone's more aware of now.
Exactly.
Yeah. And big question, vaginal rejuvenation. So I'm a mother of 4 children, all natural births. Oh my goodness. Have you been to any of the fun parks up here?
No, I have
Oh my goodness, I went on the Scooby-Doo ride at Warner Brothers. We got off the ride, and there's 1,000 people, and my youngest said, "Mum peed herself on the ride."
No.
Yes. But you know what? I've been too embarrassed to even consider any of these procedures. What will it be able to do for me?
Well, I mean, now we're seeing, and I think that my colleagues presented very good arguments for really looking at technologies that are focused and are based on studies. And so the studies really show that there's a benefit in terms of urinary incontinence, for personal intimacy. And so it's an exciting time.
Have you found there's been good results yourself?
So I have collaborated with other clinics. I personally am not, that's not something that I'm actively doing, not because I think it's bad, but because I have people in my immediate area who are very good at doing it.
Yeah.
And so I'm not trying to compete with them.
No, yes.
And frankly, they send many people who do my kind of claim to fame.
Yeah.
So I send those patients to them, but I've seen really impressive results.
Fantastic. There's hope for us after children.
Absolutely. Well, you did the most important thing, having 4 beautiful kids. So
Yes.
This is
And do you have a favourite procedure?
I love. It would be combination. It's combining kind of that stackable approach that I love, and it's so powerful and it's so immediate as the results. And, yeah.
Oh, wonderful! It's so exciting to have such an amazing calibre of international speakers. I'm so grateful for your time.
Well, thank you. You're very kind. Very kind.